Creepy things happen before the grave.
Good night, everyone. The Witch Tree by the wonderful hack Shuck. Everyone knew about the witch tree, which stood behind my school. When the school's foundations were laid, an ancient grave was unearthed, so those old bones were buried in a bag beneath the old gnarled branches of the very tree from which the witch had hanged. It was common knowledge that if someone ran 3 times counterclockwise around the tree on the midnight of Halloween, the witch would emerge and stab her disturber to death. Late one rainy October the 30th, I sneaked out of my house to meet 5 or 6 other kids from my class and watch popular jock Mikey try the ritual out. But no witch met him, only distant thunder. Maybe the witch waits till later when you're asleep, I suggested. What do you know anything, Beetleborg? Laughed Mikey as he shoved me into the mud. He always called me Beetleborg, as I wore a big bad Beetleborg's backpack when everyone else wore a Power Rangers one. I was an odd kid, and this was the sort of thing I did. I was kind of right about the witch biding her time, as Mikey began to see her outside his window on stormy nights, clutching her knife and staring through his soul with cold, dead eyes. Mikey never invited me to his slumber parties, but this stopped soon afterwards anyway, as Mikey woke everyone up screaming about the witch trying to climb through his window. People started to make fun of Mikey. It's fascinating how fast someone can topple from their perch of popularity. Mikey was a mess afterwards. Jumpy, edgy. He'd scream when someone dropped a pencil on the classroom floor during a thunderstorm. The other kids stopped finding this funny and began to avoid him completely. "You gotta help me, Beetleborg. You know about witches, right?" he begged. A year later, my back rammed against a locker. I know they're peaceful, misunderstood. Nothing like you describe. I never saw the witch. No one else ever did, besides Mikey. That was the problem. Nobody ever believed him. Mikey still is with his dad in the old neighborhood. He could never hold down a job and drifted into petty crime, though he always claimed he was framed, that the witch was playing her games when stolen jewelry kept turning up in his room. He became a total social pariah. I've just heard that Mikey's gotten himself confined to the psychiatric ward. Turns out he tried to break the witch's curse by burning her tree to ashes one miserable windy night, and when that didn't work, he torched the school. I'm on my way to visit my old school friend now. He doesn't want to see anyone, but I phoned his dad to ask what room he's in. Maybe I can figure out which window is his by counting them along. It's stormy tonight. He could use my company. On the car seat beside me is my Beetleborg's backpack, with my large plastic dagger and old witch costume inside.